Hey everybody, Mike Toy with Bonsai Boise. This is my Siberian elm, my other Siberian elm. I did a video on the bottom half a couple weeks ago, and this is the top half that I air layered. So I'll show you some progress since then. So back in October of 22, I took an air layer off the top of my big Siberian elm right there, and that is the air layer to the right. And that's the one we're looking at today. Fast forward to April of 23. I wanted to get it out of this ugly plastic training pot and repot it into something like a bonsai pot and get it started on the bonsai journey. Start training the roots to grow laterally rather than vertically. So here's a closer look at it. I actually really like this tree. I like the structure. It's got taper. It's not all the same thickness all the way from top to bottom. It's got some battle scars, as you can see. It's kind of riddled with battle scars, actually. Pruning scars, that is. I'll call them battle scars. It's a little too tall, so I'm going to reduce the height. This is what the roots look like, so not bad, really. That's where I took the air layer right there. Yeah, it's got a good set of roots. So I've got this other plastic bonsai training pot. It's a little big. It's actually a lot big. It's way too big, but it's what I had at the time. So I'll show you what that looks like here in a second, and we'll pot it up in that. So there it is. As you can see, it's like hilariously oversized. It's like the clown shoe of bonsai pots for this thing. But that's okay. It's still kind of a fresh air layer, although it does have a lot of healthy roots. I wanted to give it room to grow and really get healthy and established. So that's what I used. So I get all potted up. That's my normal soil mix of pine bark, perlite, safety absorb, and volcanic rock, and I think pumice in this one too. I switch it up a little here and there. So it's definitely got room to grow. So there it is once I get it potted up. I really like the potential for this guy. Here it is about 2 weeks later. As you can see, it's starting to bud out. Always a good sign. And then I pretty much just let it grow the rest of that year. That whole year, I just let it grow. I would occasionally hack it back down to size, but for the most part, I just wanted to let it grow. So fast forward about a year, so May of 24. And as you can see, super healthy, grown way out. I had some wires. I attached some guy wires on there just to kind of hold it in place because it was a little wobbly in that big pot at first. But yeah, you can see these things get out of control quick. Here it is about halfway pruned down. When these are healthy, there's no stopping them. Branches grow. I mean, 3-4 branches out of the same place. It's just everywhere. There it is, fully pruned up. I wasn't sure about that middle branch. I had two thoughts. One was getting rid of it completely. And two was to let it grow and become the leader. But I'm not quite sure. It's got a little reverse taper there in the middle, right there. So kind of a wait and see approach for now. Here's a look at some newer scars after pruning it up. Trying to smooth out some of those edges. Try to get rid of some of that reverse taper there in that middle branch. All in all, nothing to worry about too much. Here it is about 2 weeks later. You can see it's already starting to grow out of everywhere. So that's good. Nice and healthy. Two more weeks later, it's already taken over its space again. Yeah, like I said, these Siberian elms, they're kind of I don't know, a good analogy, but they get out of sorts really quick. I mean, as you can see, look at that. I lost count. What is that? 12 nodes or something? Just out of control. When they're trimmed up, they're super sharp looking, really nice. When they're not trimmed up, they look furry and crazy. Here it is about a month after that, July of 24. I mean, look at that. It's like, wow. It looks like, and is, a bush of a tree. I mean, they grow in vacant lots and they're pretty common. They're hard to kill. They're kind of like a weed tree in a way. And I'm not saying that disparagingly. I'm just saying that's kind of what they're treated as a lot. But I love them. They're some of my favorite trees. So here it is all cleaned up. As you can see, it's very different. Trimmed up and looking nice versus grown wild and ignored. Two different trees entirely. And that's kind of how I left it that year. Fast forward to March of 25, about a month or so ago, month and a half. I wanted to get it out of this plastic huge training pot and put it in an actual bonsai pot. I thought it was kind of time and kind of deserves it. It's a cool little tree and it's got great character. That's the pot I'm going to go with there. I want to reduce the height. It's spread out a little wide. So something kind of like that, maybe. We're getting there. That's after hacking it back quite a bit. I think 2 out of those 3 made it as cuttings. One of them, I haven't completely given up, but I don't think it's going to make it. Lots of roots in this giant pot. I wasn't sure what to expect, but being the prolific growers they are, it's got a nice root base. I mean, for being an air layer that started in October of 22, so 2.5 years ago, I think it's doing pretty good. And this is how it looked. One more big cut there. There we go. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have taken that other branch, the second branch on the right up top, down maybe 4/5 down to just kind of a stump and let a new branch grow from there. And I probably will this summer once it recovers and kind of gets stabilized in the pot. In other words, I would have done to the branch down on the left, same thing I did to the one above it on the right. Not sure why I didn't at the time. But all in all, it's in good shape and I like it much better in this pot. I'm very optimistic about its future. And I went out just about an hour ago to take a look at it. And here it is now, April 22. So about a month and a half later, as you can see, it's leafing out, starting to regain some health again. We'll take a closer look at some of those scars there. Yeah, I'm really optimistic about this tree. I love how it's turning out. Can't wait to see how it does later this summer too. Here's one of the scars. It's really got scars all over. See some root flare down there. Good thickness on the trunk. Good taper. So right about that big cut point there is where it starts to taper down a notch. It loves to grow branches out of cut points, so you really got to stay on top of that, or else you end up getting reverse taper. You get big bulges, which is what happened to my main tree. But I'll let it grow out and really gain its health before I trim it up too much. So that is my Siberian elm. I call it the top half because it was the top half of my main Siberian elm. The other one is now the bottom half. But that's it. So let me know what you think in the comments, good, bad, or otherwise. It won't hurt my feelings. I love these Siberian elms. I think they're really fun to have as trees because they just grow so crazy and you can do a lot with them. So thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day.